All right, guys, it's Thursday, January the 20th. Back out setting another line. We come back to the farm that we set last weekend and are resetting all of our traps. We got some stuff to do this weekend, but we sat down and figured we got just enough time to run traps in between everything else we got to do this weekend, so we're going to give it a shot. The ground's frozen. It's extremely cold. We're not expecting a whole lot of movement from raccoons, but we are going to set a few foothold sets and see if we can't get on some canines. So we had a set down here last weekend. We caught 2 in it, but they managed to get out before we got out here to check them. So we've come up high and set a set. I think we're gonna go down low and set a set, and then we're gonna go back around and set some other trails that we know have been used by raccoons. We're gonna go with the same approach we went last weekend, with it being cold, try to stay close to den trees, stuff like that. See if it works out. We didn't want to waste. We don't get a whole lot of time here to trap, so we want to make sure that we use the best of all the time we got. So we're gonna set a few and see how it goes.
Just mean we're real trappers now. So as y'all can see, Travis is right here behind me. We are gonna set a, is that a plane or a bunch of geese?
Where?
That's a plane, never mind.
Yeah.
We're gonna set,
Did you get a contact flicked out again?
we're gonna set a hay set right here behind us. Right here on this corner. I don't know if you can see the water kind of runs down to this pond back here behind us. And there is a boatload of coyote tracks back there. It was super wet and rainy yesterday, and then it froze. So I would assume that these coyote tracks are from yesterday. Fresh sign, cold weather. The weather for the next few days is gonna be really, really good. So we're gonna put a foothold here with a hay set, dirt hole hay set, or whatever you want to call it. And hopefully we come back here in the morning. We got us a dog bouncing. Yeah, it did it. Yeah, it did it.
Can you reach over here and reset that?
Absolutely. No, I'm videoing.
Reset it. All right, January the 22nd. We checked them yesterday. We had some stuff to do. There wasn't nothing in them. We let them set last night. It was really cold. We wasn't expecting much. But we set a trap here by a large culvert that comes underneath a main road. This one caught. But whatever happened, it was not good.
He ain't caught no more.
Yeah, he's not caught anymore. Be advised, the next thing you're about to see is extremely graphic. So,
Oh, man, there's little legs in there, bro.
if you don't like graphic, skip it about 10 seconds.
He's all up in the trees. Oh my God.
All right, we checked a bunch of other traps since then. We just got back to check these. Skunk. That's skunk number 3 for this farm.
No.
I mean, I guess we're catching, but I mean, that's a pretty good sized skunk right there.
We are back out here this morning, looking to get after it. See them moving their heads looking.
Yeah.
Bunch of turkeys up here.
There ain't no raccoon in that trap. They wouldn't be up there hanging out around him.
I don't know. I might realize he's trapped and be fooling with him.
Over making fun of him.
Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this farm. We're gonna check them real quick. It has been super, super, super cold this weekend. Not really expecting a whole lot, but this farm did produce last weekend and it was cold, so I think we're gonna leave out 3 or 4 footholds and maybe like 5 dog proofs, but other than that, we'll probably pull everything else, but keep you updated with whatever else we got. The traps ain't doing much. Good thing is, we will not starve. Okay, so we are at the 5th trap on this farm. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see a small game trail that runs down through here. We set the trap directly at the base of this cedar. It kind of pinches everything down this track. Yeah, you can see him up in the tree. He's right there. Got up in this cedar tree, so we're gonna get him dispatched and one more turkey killer down. All right, we're back out here this weekend. Weather's gonna be a little bit better, so we're a little more confident. Got some dog proofs we're gonna throw out on the Old Faithful farm. I think we pulled what, 9 or 10 coons off this farm already this year. And I just checked my trail cameras and I've got pictures of another 6 to 8. So we're gonna try to catch them too. Right there. All right, y'all. Second spot. Got a DP out and a cage trap. Just checked the camera. Got some really recent pictures of a nice big red fox. So naturally, we're gonna set a foothold down here where he's been coming out. Our only downfall, we haven't yet purchased a sifter. So trying to bust up our dry dirt clumps with our auger and in between our hands.
I thought the fox was already coming. We did so good.
We'll make us another foothold here. Putting this one here. Corey's gonna make this one because if you can tell, right here is a power line break that runs all the way out and up. And then if you spin over here, it continues that way to a field. And then we have somewhat of a opening here that we normally put a food plot in right here. So we're right here at this tee. Corey's digging one now. We're gonna use a bone for some eye appeal. He's digging the bed. We're gonna put this here. He's got trail camera pictures of foxes running all through here, bobcats, coyotes, all that. We have another set sitting right back here in the woods that we just made a minute ago. So hoping to get them at both ends here. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day or at some point we'll have a coyote, fox, or bobcat bounce. These marshmallows on top of this cavings is to die for.
See Travis back here. That is the last place we caught a coon on this farm. We've caught one here. Basically, what this is there's a trail that runs straight, kind of down in this little finger of woods, and runs down to 2 big sinkholes. And we think it's where them coons are den. You can kind of see limbs are tore up from where we caught one here last time, but you can see this trail kind of meanders around, heads back up there to Travis, goes right around that cedar tree and then up to that bunch of cedar trees. It's where we had a corn pile back during deer season. And I don't know, we've caught 2 off this trail. Haven't really had much luck up around the corn pile itself, so I think we're gonna try to stay back off this corn pile a little bit, set this trail, and hope for some good luck. Got this dirt hole set. We got this big pelvis bone from a cow kind of surrounding the hole a little bit. It covers it up just a little bit just to not make it so easy for them to get to it. We got a squirrel leg. We're gonna put some Leggett's Canine Exciter on this, stuff it down in our hole, sprinkle a little fox urine on top, maybe a little gland lure, just a little mix of stuff. Just check this trail cam right here beside of me. There's been a coyote right here the past 2 nights, so all we need to do is step on it.
All right, guys, we're back out here on the line today. January 28th is the first trap we came to. We're getting ready to check all our traps. I think we have 18 dog proofs out and 4 footholds. This one's actually been here for a little over a week. We made a big hay set. We're just freshening it up. We got snow last night. It wasn't in the forecast. It was actually supposed to warm up a little bit today and get almost 40 degrees, but that has since changed. And now it's 30 degrees currently with some fresh snow on the ground. So I don't know how we feel about the raccoon sets, but we're hopeful that the canines got out and moved. This is the first time this year we've had 4 canine sets out at one time, so we are gonna check those today. We've just started trapping this year, so we haven't caught any canines, period. We've done pretty good with raccoons and possums this year, but we haven't caught a canine yet, so we're really hopeful. We made a few sets yesterday that we are extremely hopeful about. We really like the way they look when we left them, so we're gonna get out here and run this line. Let's see what we got.
Always a good sign when you're pulling your truck through the field and you can see a very large coon down here from the truck. Right now these coons are rutting, so they're running these real heavy trails from den site to den site, and that's what we got majority of our dog proof set on, is these real heavy trails that these big boars are gonna be traveling. So I can see one. We got 3 more right here in this little block of woods. We can't see them, so see what happens.
You on? All right. 4th trap we checked. We had a coon on today. It's good and cold. We was a little worried about the movement of the raccoons today, but so far so good. So we're gonna remake this right here. A little cat food in the bottom. Right back in the same spot. He was nice enough to leave us our marshmallow instead of eating it for whatever reason. So we're gonna stick it right back on the top. Little Caven's moonshine on top. Marshmallow seems to hold that scent really well. A little bit there. Lay the stick on there for extra smell. And we're on to check the next one.
All right, y'all. As you can see, we just come up this dog proof here, and we've got a possum. He's still alive right now. A lot of people, since these fur prices are down, would do just like I have. Pick him up by the hide on the back of his neck, cut him loose, pitch him over the fence here, and just let him go. These pelts really aren't worth anything at all, hardly, but we're not out here for fur. We are out here for conservation purposes. After doing some research, after watching a lot of Dr. Grant Wood's videos, reading some of his studies, reading some of his articles, we have come to the realization that this right here is one of the #1 nest predators of the eastern wild turkey here in Kentucky. It's been found out that roughly only 2.5 eggs actually grow to be a full-grown adult turkey. Those numbers are staggering. We have noticed that in the last 4 or 5 years with our populations of turkeys on our farms, they have just decreased substantially. A couple people have put out research articles that really did turkeys a huge disservice, is the way I think Dr. Grant Woods worded it, basically stating that possums were huge tick predators, and that's just not the case. There were some researchers out of a university in Illinois that did some research and broke down the digestive material of, I think, 32 possums, looking for legs, heads, just bits, any kind of bits or pieces of ticks, and they didn't find any. I'm not exactly sure what the numbers are as far as how many ticks turkeys eat a year, but I guarantee you it's more than 0. And, you know, just looking at this guy, knowing that, you know, he has probably killed, hard to say how many turkey eggs in his life. It's just better for us to go ahead and eliminate him just from a conservation standpoint. Like I say, we're not out for fur, we're out for betterment of our turkeys. So today will be his last day.